Streaming live every Friday night, it's Street Talk with the Swift Gang, right here on GoHamRadio.com.
Welcome back. It's Street Talk with the Swift Gang. It is episode 5, Cinco. We made it to 5. Hey.
We haven't been canceled yet. Facebook hasn't taken us off the air.
Completely. Yeah.
Only semi.
Minor faux pas last week. I apologize. Well, we are here. This is episode 5. We are featuring Callie King James. He's in the building. And what else we got going on?
Well, every Friday night, we are here. This is Street Talk with the Swift Gang. So from 10 o'clock to midnight, we give you exclusive live interviews, exclusive music, and, just exclusive content all in general. We are the show that puts on San Diego. Dago puts on Dago here on Go Ham Radio. We are all about that.
That's exactly
so like you
right.
mentioned, we do have Callie King James in the building, and he is going to be performing live this evening. We're also going to have the word on the street, which we are going to be discussing aliens. Are they real or are they fake?
Well, actually, that's the topic for tonight. The word on the street is really a rundown of what we got going on the show.
Thanks for making me look like a complete jackass live on the air. I truly appreciate that because we keep it real on Go Ham Radio.
We'll talk to our editor and see if he can just edit this whole part out. Don't worry. You're in good hands here in Go Ham Radio.
Allstate. Are you in good hands?
Always. So, the word on the street will be, we've got some things that you can stream live. Like you said, our topic will be aliens in outer space. Are they real or not? Some concerts coming up.
Lots of good stuff.
Yeah, lots of good stuff. But before we get into all of that, we have a little segment we like to call. What do we like to call?
Thank God it's Friday.
No.
What's our segment?
It's called This Day and Time.
Well, this day and time, do you remember a time?
Well, today is September 29th. I don't know anything spectacular off the top of my head that occurred on this day and time. Can you? You think of anything?
What is it, September 28th?
29th.
Nah, nothing important.
No sports trivia that you know?
No, it's too late at night for me to think that up right now.
All right. Well, I think DJ Roscoe has a few things.
Refresh my memory, DJ Roscoe.
That can refresh our memories of why today is so important. DJ Roscoe?
In 1950, the first telephone answer machine was created by Bell Laboratories. In 1951, the first network football game was televised by CBS TV in color. That ends the rundown of this day and time. If anyone is celebrating a birthday today or even this weekend, feel free to hit us up in our live chat room or even in our comment below so we can give you a special shout out. Now back to Ms. Fancy Pants and Vinny Vincenzo with our weekly wrap up.
All right.
Isn't DJ Roscoe celebrating a birthday this weekend?
I think he might. I believe his birthday is October 1st.
How does he leave that out of his little spiel right there?
He talks about birthday. I think it was a segue so we can elude our listeners of his special day, which will be coming up on Sunday. And you know what? If you don't know, we do have a live chat available, so make sure that you are logging on and you can interact with us. We'll be able to do some shout-outs and answer any questions or comments you may have regarding our topics, outer space aliens. And now, Vinny, do you know that today is International Coffee Day? It is also World Heart Day and National Mutant Day, as in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Day.
Well,
Hence why I got my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt on.
All right.
Try to be festive.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Raphael.
I'm 1 for 3 on those days.
1 for 3?
1 for 3. I can get down with a Teenage Mutant Turtle Day. I don't drink coffee.
Oh.
And what was the other one?
World Heart Day?
I have no heart. None. Cold-blooded.
Oh, my goodness. Well, speaking of cold-blooded, I'm sure there's a lot of people ready to hit the clubs tonight with their cold hearts and just pick up what they can.
Ladies,
or
if
just
you're single, just
do
go
what
out
they
there
can
and
do.
mingle.
Holla for $1. Maybe do something strange for a piece of change. I mean,
if you can drink for
protect
free
yourself the whole way.
You can drink for free all night. Why not? Do your thing.
Well, thank God it's Friday, right?
Thank God it's Friday. So speaking of Friday, I want to hear what DJ Roscoe's doing this weekend to celebrate his birthday. DJ Roscoe, what are you doing? You have to be doing something absolutely insane.
Absolutely, right?
Absolutely. Like jumping off a cliff. Obviously, bungee clumping. No, like not jumping off, but with a bungee cord and, you know, he comes right back up.
I don't know if he's that adventurous. We'll have to ask him. Are you?
Can you hear me?
We can hear
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
My personality really on my birthday would be chilling in a serene spot, having enough weed, and having enough drink. That would be me on my personal personality. But this time, thank God I'm married. It's up to the wife, so it's kept in secrets. I wish I had enough information to share with you guys, but it's up to the wife on this one.
All right.
DJ Roscoe.
Way to keep it clean.
How Jamaican of you.
What does that mean?
What does that
Oh,
mean?
what he wanted to do before he was married?
Yes.
And then how American of him afterwards.
Afterwards, yes, that he
That's
leaves
what
it up
marriage
to
does.
his wife. Yes.
He's learned
He's
well,
learned
right?
well. Happy wife, happy life. Just say yes, keep your nose to the grindstone, pay the bills, and don't make her mad.
All right. Well, Vinny, what kind of weather are we going to have this weekend?
It's going to be a very nice weekend. We are going to have highs mostly in about the low 70s, around 73 degrees. And many of the lows are going to not get too low, about 67. So it's going to kind of just be in that nice little 5 to 6 degree range there all weekend. Mostly sun, a little bit of clouds here and there. But it'll be nice all weekend long. So just like any other day in San Diego, if I'm wrong, I'm only wrong once or twice out of the entire year. So enjoy your sunshine.
Thank you, Ron Burgundy.
Keep it classic.
Right. Well, it sounds like it'll be picture perfect here in San Diego, sunny San Diego. But it seems like you're getting a little hot. So why don't I turn on the AC?
Because you don't open up the windows in this place.
Hey, we got to keep it quiet here, you know? We can only soundproof so
I'm
much.
sweating like a sinner in church.
Okay, well, I'll turn on the AC. Let me give you some arts and culture here in the community. So, did you know that on Saturday they're going to have the AIDS Walk and Run? Opening ceremonies start at 6:50 in the Hillcrest area. So if you're going to be up, whether you're joining or going to be just up in the area, mind your traffic. It's a free event. You can always just watch them, but they're going to have some roads blocked off. So just be aware of that on Saturday. And then Saturday and Sunday on both days, all starting at 10 a.m., and all are free. The first thing you can go to is
Free's good.
Free's good. So
Free's good.
you can bring the family. You can go solo.
Especially
whatever
if you
you'd
got like
like to do.
6 kids like me. God, and you have no budget to do anything. Free is good.
Well, I only knew of 2. Well, 3.
I don't claim the other 3
Oh goodness.
legally.
Sorry, Tiffany. Well, you can go to Old Town. They're having a free arts and crafts show. Starts at 10 a.m. There's also the 36th annual Adams Avenue Street Fair.
That's a great one. If you've never been to it, you really got to check that out.
2 days. They have 6 stages, 80 acts, and over 300 vendors. Food vendors, craft, arts vendors. You can go check that out. It's a free event. And then the final thing is the San Diego Gem Fair. That's going to be at the Scottish Rite Center in Mission Valley.
Like gems.
Gems like jewelry and accessories. I've been before, and you can get some pretty nice beads. I mean, I guess you got to be into that
What
stuff.
kind of beads?
You can get any type of beads like onyx, jade. You can get crystals, amethyst. You can get different types of brass, gold, all at wholesale prices.
And how
So,
large are these beads?
all different sizes. And you can use
Interesting.
them for anything that you would like, as long as you buy them.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's...
Use your imagination.
The kids don't know what we're talking about, but the adults, you do. You know what we're talking about.
Right. So that's really all I got going on for the arts and culture here in San Diego this weekend. It's pretty quiet. We've got a few events going on music-wise, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. So, Mr. Tenzo, back to you.
This is a kind of a special Stream This segment,
Okay.
okay? Because there's a couple of fun shows that are on Netflix and Hulu, okay? And one that I actually recommended a couple episodes ago that kind of sparked our topic for today.
Email us at request@gohamradio.com if you need an access code to Hulu or Netflix.
Yes, we're giving that
We
out.
have one out for 24 hours. We'll give you a code.
Yes. So the first two that I want to give away on Netflix and Hulu, there are, excuse me, there are kind of two shows that are a bit nostalgic. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the first one is on Hulu. You can stream it. It's Family Matters. I discovered today that you can stream Family Matters on Hulu.
The old school Family Matters, the
All
one with
9 seasons
Urkel
with
and
Steve Urkel. Okay.
Jaleel White.
Yes.
Jaleel
Okay.
White.
So
Shout
if you're
out.
looking for a little bit of nostalgia,
Okay.
Hulu has Family Matters.
How many seasons?
9.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
They also actually released, which kind of piggybacks onto the second one here that I have, which is on Netflix. Okay. So on Netflix, a couple of weeks ago, they came out with the third season of Fuller House, which is a spin-off of the original series Full House, which is now also available on Hulu, all 9 seasons that you can watch as well. So a couple of nostalgic shows that you can definitely enjoy.
And we also have Callie King James in the building, going to do a
course.
live performance. Shout out to him. And yeah, so we'll just take a quick break, and when we come back, I'll get you some Hitting the Streets info.
Love it.
So we'll be right back.
You are now tuned into the movement with Swift Gang here on Street Talk.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
This is Street Talk with the Swift Gang, and you're listening live on GoHamRadio.com. Make sure you guys tune in a little bit later on. We are going to have Callie King James performing live.
Yes, we
and
are.
we're also going to interview him. But before we get into that, Miss Fancy Pants.
Well, I got some events hitting the streets this weekend that if
Let's
you're in
hit them.
San Diego or even not, but have access to come to San Diego this weekend, why don't you check out, we've got CrossFest, CRSSD, CrossFest. I think that's how you
Is this a
refer to it.
religious
No.
festival, or is this like motocross? Like,
It's actually like a rave, like techno festival, and it's at Waterfront Park over where I actually got married. That Waterfront Park area.
Oh, right over there. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. This is like the EDC of San Diego.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Or the CRS of SD. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
That is this weekend. It starts at 10. Well, doors open at 10 o'clock, and it goes until
Wow, they
midnight
start
each day.
early.
Well, it's an all-day festival. They have a huge lineup. You can go online and check out the lineup, but tickets start at $115, so it's pretty pricey. And then we also have on Saturday the 30th at Harrah's Casino, which is a little bit of a drive. It's about 45 minutes north.
Funner, California.
Funner, California. They're going to have Hop Heads and Dreads, and they're going to be featuring The Green and Hyrie. It starts at 2 p.m. Tickets are $70. You can go check that out. It's kind of like a craft beer and reggae festival. So if you're interested in doing that, kind of something offbeat out of the city, that might be
If
fun.
DJ Roscoe was single, he would definitely be doing that, huh, DJ Roscoe?
He might. He might have to stay the night
my.
though, because
get him a room up there.
All that craft beer, right? I think rooms are pretty. I don't know. You'll have to check and see what's within your price
Well,
range.
we'll have to see what his wife has plans for him. I don't think it's the Hop Heads and Reggae Festival, but
Maybe she might be adventurous like that.
we'll find out. We'll find out next week.
We'll find out next week when we ask him.
Stay
right.
tuned.
Dun, dun,
Does
dun.
DJ Roscoe go to the festival?
All right. And then finally on the 4th, which is Wednesday, October 4th, at the
Okay.
Observatory in North Park, we have Post Malone and Smoke Perp.
Wow. You know
Doors
what?
open at 7 p.m., but if it's an 18-up show, if you don't have tickets, don't even go because it's a sold-out show.
The North Park Observatory has great shows.
We
They have a lot of great shows. And I actually saw Post Malone, I want to say 2 years ago, 4th of July,
really.
with one of our artists that's going to be coming up in a couple weeks, Mr. Charisma Jones. We saw him
nice.
live in Vegas at the Cosmopolitan Hotel.
Really? How was that? How was his
He was
performance?
great.
Really?
He was great.
Did he have any openers, or was it just him?
I
You
don't remember.
You
It
just
was,
remember
we
that.
were at a point where we were just like
Vegas,
having, yeah. What happens there? We all know the rules.
I'm surprised you shared that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Now I can Google and see if I can find what time period was that.
See if there's any interesting videos.
You'll never know.
It'll make you laugh, kind of like our joke of the day.
Da-da-da-da. All right. Well, why don't you tell us what that joke of the day is?
All right, so our joke this week, okay, takes place in a classroom. So the teacher asks her students,
Okay.
kids, What does the chicken give you? And the students all replied, meat. Teacher said, very good. Now, what does the pig give you? Bacon. Right? Because pig gives you bacon. Okay. Good job, students.
And companionship. Shout out to Thor.
We love you, Thor.
He's our sponsored pig. Shout out to Farm Animal Refuge. Thor, we adopted him a few weeks ago. He's our sponsored pig.
Not the pig mentioned in this joke, though.
No. We won't eat you, Thor.
So the teacher said, great. Good job, students. Mm-hmm. You are absolutely correct. The pig does give you bacon. Now, my last question to you. What does the fat cow give you? And all the students were quiet for just a moment. And they all looked at each other, and they all kind of smirked and smiled. And all at once, they all yelled, homework!
Oh, my goodness.
And that, ladies and gentlemen,
is
our joke of the day.
That's horrible. I can't believe How old are these kids? Referring to their teacher as a...
It doesn't say. So depending on what... it's listed under the clean jokes, so I imagine these are probably older kids.
Maybe junior high, clever enough to, understand.
High school.
All right.
So that's our joke. How about our say what riddle?
Say what? So we have a riddle this week. Shout out to Helen Birchfield of Sealy, Texas. She got our riddle right from last week.
Ooh.
So shout out to her. I'm not going to tell you guys the answer, because
Google it.
You'll have to just, watch our highlight video.
Google it just like Sealy.
And Google it. You might be able to find an answer somewhere. All right. So this week's riddle, and if you know the riddle, you can email us at requests@gohamradio.com and make sure you include your address so we can send you a small prize pack. And the riddle for this evening, are you ready? Is
Born ready.
How do you make the number 7 an even number without addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? Again, how do you make the number 7 an even number without addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? If you know the answer, email us. We'll have that prize back sent out to you. If you do win the prize, you have to wait 30 days before you can enter again. So that's just the disclaimer. So just know there's a 30-day wait before you can win again. But hopefully within 30 days we can get different prizes. So when you win again, you're not getting the same prize pack again. So shout out to Helen Birchfield of Sealy, Texas, once again. And
I'm sorry, I call her Sealy. I thought her name was Sealy.
No, her name is Helen, and she's from Sealy.
Helen. Congratulations, Helen.
Congratulations.
From Sealy, Texas.
So, what do we got going up next?
All right, so we got a couple things coming up. We have some sports, so we're going to cover some sports real quick. Mm-hmm. That'll be a nice little quick segment. And then we are going to start our interview with our live musical special guest today, Callie King James. So you guys are going to want to stay tuned for that. Hang out for just a second. I think DJ Roscoe is going to spin the disc, one more time.
Yeah, I think he's going to do another set for you guys. I don't know if you guys have been tuning in since 9:30. We started jamming with DJ Roscoe. That's a new show that starts right before us. 30 minutes to get you hyped before the talk. So if you didn't know, now you know. Next week, 9:30, tune in to Go Ham Radio via Facebook Live and check him out. He starts at 9:30, does a 30-minute live set. Mm-hmm.
So let's get into our sports set right now. I'm going to start off with some NBA news. Earlier this week, we found out.
What do we find out? Ooh, what's the gossip?
We found out that Carmelo Anthony was traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's some big thing. Well, it's a big thing because, Melo had been in New York for quite some time. Mm-hmm. Was expected to win some championships. It didn't happen. Mm-hmm. Okay. Been a whole lot of issues with him and the team's executive, Phil Jackson. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so he had an opportunity to join Paul George and Russell Westbrook in Oklahoma City. And now they have their big three. So they will be challenging the Golden State Warriors in the West and probably the San Antonio Spurs for a Western Conference championship. Also in the NBA, actually.
I'm sorry about that, sir.
The big news was today, also coming out of Oklahoma City, was that Russell Westbrook signed his new think it was a 5-year contract with the team, and it's the largest contract in NBA history.
Oh, wow.
So that is the big news from the NBA. Now, Major League Baseball, the playoff picture is starting to heat up. Right now, the Dodgers, the Nationals, the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the Chicago Cubs have all clinched playoff spots for the National League. Unfortunately, our San Diego Padres, the home team, did not make it to the playoffs this year. However, they finished ahead of the much-hated San Francisco Giants in the National League West. So,
Ooh, San Francisco.
I
I'm
guess
going there in a
find
couple
some,
weeks.
if you had to find some silver lining, at least we beat the damn Giants.
All
in
right,
the
all right.
rankings. But in the American League, Cleveland Indians clinch the top seed. Houston Astros get the second seed. Red Sox get the third. Yankees get the fourth. Twins get the first wild card, and we are waiting for the second wild card. It is currently a battle between the Los Angeles Angels and the Kansas City Royals. So that's baseball. College football, we got a lot of good games coming up this weekend. Saturday, we have Northwestern at number 10, Wisconsin. This should be a good one. Number 18, South Florida against Eastern Carolina. Reason why I say that's a good one, South Florida, kind of an up-and-coming school. It's one every year. They're kind of in and out of the top 25 rankings, and they've been battling a lot. Eastern Carolina, for, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years ago, was on a kind of a trend where they were doing really, really well, and they've kind of little by little fallen out. So that should be kind of a fun game. Number 21, Florida, is home to Vanderbilt. 7, Georgia is at Tennessee. Number 17, Louisville host Murray State. That should be a complete just walk for Louisville. That's going to be just disgusting on
Are you a
TV.
betting man?
If I was a betting man, I'd put all my money on Louisville. Everything. One of my favorite teams, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, now ranked at number 22 after so many years, are playing Miami, Ohio. They should beat that team. If they don't, it is just pitiful. Another great matchup this weekend is going to be number 24 Mississippi State against number 13 Auburn. That is going to be a big clash in the SEC. Locally, I'm trying to find it here. San Diego State is going to be playing, I believe. Oh my God, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Number 19, San Diego State is hosting Northern Illinois University. The last couple of top 25 games to round off our college sports section. Number 2, Clemson is at Virginia Tech. They're playing at 5 p.m. That's number 12, Virginia Tech. Number
Virginia
6,
Tech.
University of Washington Huskies at Oregon State, Pac-12 matchup. And finally, number 15, Oklahoma State at Texas Tech. That'll be pretty good. Kind of to finish off the sports here, NFL.
Okay.
Okay. It's been in the news a lot lately, given all the controversy and everything that's going on.
Ooh, what's the gossip? Tell me.
They have decided that they will all be standing locked arm in arm during the national anthem this Sunday.
All of them?
Every team, except for one, the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints have vouched to actually take a knee prior to the national anthem and then stand up and lock arms with their teammates. Final bit of news for sports on a personal note.
All right, personal
Very, very
note.
disappointed to announce this
Oh,
because it's been a tough season.
shout out to Valhalla.
As many of you know, I have been coaching high school football this year. I'm a freshman football coach. I have a group of some really great kids. A lot of them have never played football before. So
Kudos to you.
sometimes the score doesn't necessarily reflect what goes on the field. Okay. And what I have to tell the kids, because it's not what I have to. It's true. It really is true. Okay. Because look, everybody wants to win. We're competitors. If you're in sports, you want to win. You play to win the game, as it was once famously said. Now, sometimes what we have to do is we have to remind ourselves, look, when we're in a situation where we got a lot of kids who have never played football before, and they are only freshmen, okay, they're not necessarily competing for titles quite just yet. Titles that matter, if you will. Okay. So it is our darn good job to try to prepare them and get them ready so by the time they are juniors and seniors, they're at the right level to be competing for championships and titles. So now that I've beaten around the bush way around and kind of came full circle.
How'd you guys do?
Yeah, we lost 38-0.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Now,
So,
we
how
played-
bad was it?
Okay, so in this particular case, you know, I haven't made necessarily excuses for the team in the past, other than they're inexperienced. But our varsity team, our head varsity coach, who's in charge of the entire program, this year he created a schedule where he wanted to have more of a tougher schedule. He did not mind going maybe like 5-5, 6-4, because the school is in a position where they're a Division I school. Now, in years past, the way that it would work was that you would be in a division based off your school's attendance. Okay, well, it's not like that anymore. Now they do it all based off of strength of schedule, this, and that.
Okay.
So if you have the toughest of the toughest schedule, doesn't matter what division you play in, they put you in what's called the open division. Okay. Right. So if you qualify for the open division, that's like the division. That's like the playoffs of all playoffs in high school football. Okay. Now, if you don't qualify for the open division, you still have an opportunity to qualify for the playoff in your division. Does that make sense? So now, if you don't qualify for the open division because of your strength of schedule, you'll have a higher seed in your division. So we're Division I. So in years past, we have made it to the open division, but usually as a team, you know, being like 7-3, 6-4, 8-2, whatnot. This year, we're because we're down, our team's a little bit younger because we graduated so many seniors on our varsity team. They're kind of going for the strategy of trying to be a top seed in Division I playoffs, not necessarily to make the open division. So we were kind of stuck with a tougher schedule at the freshman level, and kind of got into a situation where we were playing a lot of tough teams, where these schools actually have youth football programs that feed into the high schools. So we play a lot of teams that have players who have been playing with each other for 5, 6, maybe even 7 years. So the chemistry is really, really well. They've been running the same plays for so many years. So they're very fine tuned as to what's going. It's nothing new to them. They're not learning it for the first time. It's all just kind of enhancing and paying attention to detail. Our guys, it's like I'm teaching them Greek, literally. It's like it's something totally new to them. So we lost 38-0. Now this team,
they had heart, though.
Otay Ranch.
They had heart.
Okay, we played Otay Ranch.
Shout out to
are
Valhalla
one of those
and all their
teams that are
heart.
just really, really strong, because the South
Otay
Bay,
Ranch.
Well, so South Bay generally has some pretty strong teams, and their kids are usually really physical, very fast, and we didn't get out schemed. Okay, we weren't out coached. We were physically outmatched. Okay. That's what happened.
There's
okay?
some
Our
pretty petite guys on your team.
Our guys were in the absolute. I could not have coached that, and that is why I have been absolutely depressed the last 24 hours.
Don't be
thinking
sad,
to myself,
Vinny.
"Good Lord, what else could I possibly do to help these kids to make
Give them
because,
support,
well,
motivate
because
them."
But there's only so many gold stars I can hand out. You get what I'm saying? Okay, there's only so many gold stars I can hand out.
Don't
for
you
saying,
call
"Hey,
them
great
like
job."
ladies or something?
I call them sweethearts.
Sweethearts.
Because you know what, they come
They're
up to
so
me
nice.
and they go, Coach,
Ladies
my
love
elbow
sweethearts.
hurts, and I go, sweetheart, would you like me to kiss your boo boo for you? And they start laughing, and they realize, hey, well, my elbow doesn't hurt that much. Let me go back out there. So I try to kind of use reverse psychology on them and kind of clown them.
Are you paying attention, guys?
I clown
Reverse
them
psychology.
I
Don't take
clown
it
them in front of
personally.
their teammates, so that this way they'll want to go out there and want to play
Don't take it
more.
personally.
It's not personal.
Aw.
I just want them to get better.
If your feelings are hurt, you can email us at request@gohamradio.com,
God.
and we'll read
I'm
off
gonna
the
get a call from the
complaints.
school. The school's going to come after me. They're going to take away my coaching.
It's all right. We
license.
support Valhalla. We're not mentioning any other school, are we?
We
well,
lost,
besides
we lost
the
38.
one that
the
you guys
varsity
lost
team's
to.
playing today. You know what? I don't know. They haven't been having a very good season, but you know what? I'll tell you what. I've been enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun. It's the first I've been coaching football in about 8 years, and it's a great group of kids. They really do listen. They really train hard, and they do work hard. And so we blew the clock with our sports section. But are we going to have an opportunity to maybe have DJ Roscoe play?
Yeah,
for a
I
little
think
bit?
he's got the music going good.
So we're gonna have him play a little bit, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna get this interview with Callie King.
Yeah.
Callie King James.
I hope you
Gonna
guys are
perform
ready.
Live. We're gonna get it going. It's one of San Diego's very own. So thank you all for listening
Yes.
to GoHamRadio.com. This is the Street Talk with the Swift Game. I'm Vinny Cenzo.
I'm Miss Fancy Pants. We've got Farg in the back handling the sound engineering, and you're about to check out DJ Roscoe right here, GoHamRadio.com.
You're listening to Street Talk with the Swift Gang.
Welcome back. It is Street Talk with the Swift Gang. I'm Miss Fancy Pants. I've got Farg behind me. You just heard DJ Roscoe, and then I've got Vinny Cinzo running around here somewhere. Oh, I think he's celebrating. He's pre-gaming for DJ Roscoe's birthday. They're probably in the back pre-gaming together. You know what? Don't get too crazy. We do have a show to finish, right?
I don't play
He doesn't pre-game. Well,
I just play hard.
we have Callie King James in the building. Welcome, sir. Welcome, welcome. Hey, so you do have a couple of people with you. Why don't you introduce the people in your clique?
Absolutely. This is Dre Cat. Dre Cat is a local San Diego artist as well. We've been working together for years. I've known this dude for years on top of that as well.
Okay. Hey, Dre Cat. Hey, Dre Cat.
This dude right here is young Vincent.
Young Vincent. We have another Vinny in the Vin in the building.
Yeah. He's a homie. He's been around forever. I've known this guy since like 9th grade as well. So
Okay.
it's dope to have homies moving with you as well.
Nice. Well, welcome to Street Talk here with the Swift Gang. I hope you guys have felt it welcomed and at home here. So I have a couple of questions for you that I'm sure the listeners would like. They're kind of basic, introductory. We're going to start kind of lighthearted here, and then we'll take a break, watch one of your music videos. If they've been watching, then they've been seeing some of the music videos you've done in the past, and you've got some more coming up along with the live performance. But, yeah, we'll get a little bit deeper in the questions in the second part. But for the first part, you are from Spring Valley, right?
Yes.
So were you born and raised in San Diego?
Born and raised in San Diego.
Born and raised in San Diego. Wow, a San Diego native. There aren't too many, so shout outs to you.
It's a transplant city.
A transplant city, that's true. So welcome, representing San Diego well.
Oh, yeah.
So what started your music career?
Just always been around music. My mom's a choir director. My aunt's a choir director. My dad is like a oldies, like funk, music, classic, everything type of guy. Like even in 2017, he lives in the 1970s.
Does he dress like he lives in the 1970s?
No. He's actually pretty modern. He's not too old.
All right. He's still modern.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Pops right there.
Absolutely.
So were you in any choirs growing up?
Yeah.
You were? When were you in your first choir? How old were you?
Probably like 3 or 4.
Really? Do you remember?
Absolutely.
What was your very first choir memory that you can recall?
First choir memory was we used to not rehearse in the main church building. We used to rehearse in the back hall. We used to have an old piano back there, and I just remember rehearsing in that back hall, being 4 or 5 years old, and them asking me to come up and sing a solo, and everybody clapping for me. And
what was the solo?
I don't remember that.
You don't.
I smoke too much these days.
Not those details.
Yeah, it's the fine details.
Well, that's pretty cool.
They're gone.
Very cool. And are you still in the choir now?
No. As soon as I
when did you retire?
Broke free of my mom's leash. I was about 17 when I started to flex a little teenage muscle. Like I'm not going to church. But I was still like, my mom's no joke either. She would make me for the most part. But then she got so tired of putting up with the fighting, and we're not gonna go through it no more. So
when did you transition from the choir into doing music?
It was all at the same time. Just growing up in high school, I was always a writer. Like even I went to Catholic schools, 7th, 8th grade, and me and the other kids who were cultured would always write and bring out raps and show each other. And really every recess since like 7th grade, I pretty much had a new rap to show somebody. And I was always like, my thing I did on the low, when I turned like 18, 19, I wanted to show everybody I could really do it.
Do you remember your first rap?
Kinda, not like I can't recite it. I would embarrass myself.
I caught you off guard with that, but I'm sorry.
But yeah, shout out Norvon. We used to, my cousin Norvon, we used to like make tracks. He was really dope at just creating beats on the spot, and we would make up songs, and they were terrible.
Hey, you know what? But you need a starting point.
Absolutely.
You need to start point. They say 10,000 hours until you can perfect something. So you got to start somewhere. You can't say that your first stuff was your best stuff. You got to have progress. So
Absolutely.
Look at where you're at now. And so when was it that you So it was right around the same time. Did your mom support you? Did you tell your mom that you transitioned from the choir to...
She kind of always, when she started to figure out I was recording and going to recording studios, she did not like that at all.
She did not like that?
No, just because the crowds she knew it would put me around, being a rapper in San Diego. Outside of that, I still did it regardless and put myself in those environments and, try to convince her it was, safe. But yeah, after she saw I wasn't going to stop, she's now fully on board. She's probably one of my biggest supporters.
Very cool. I'd like to give a couple of shout outs to some people who are shouting you out, really. Some of your fans who are watching. We've got Tiana Wilkes. Shout out to Tiana.
Boom.
We have Brittany Leanne.
Yeah.
David Anton, of course.
No.
Who else do we have? Dante, LaShawn Mallard, and Trevor Polishuk. And who else? John Baraka. John Baraka. Hey, they're giving you a shout out too. All right. Ashante.
Hey, we love you,
course.
Sonny. We love you.
Hey, Sonny Ha. Is that family right there too?
Yeah,
Hey.
Sonny's my bro. He would be here if he could.
Nice. Oh, what's up, Jamal?
Jamal, yo.
That guy. All right. We'll have to talk about him later when we discuss
yeah.
some of your production value on your videos.
Absolutely.
So shout out to him. All right. Well, then let's get back. We just wanted to do a quick shout out right there. So thank you guys for listening. Make sure you're sharing the show and get your friends involved. Remember, we can do shout outs to you. It's interactive. Join our live feed.
Love
and then
y'all.
we're going to be here. And if you guys have any questions, make sure that you guys can email us, or you can go right here on the chat, and then we'll be able to read them off. But let me ask you this. So you have a lot of fans. Great segue to, so who have been your supporters over the years? You said that it took a while for your mom to move over to the dark side a bit.
Absolutely.
So what about your friends and your siblings and everyone else out
Oh
there?
yeah, I would say my friends. All of my friends. We started out as one big rap group. This rap dream that we were gonna chase together.
What was the rap group called?
We didn't have a name. That's how unorganized we were. We
Okay.
all had individual rap names. It was like 8 of us.
8?
Yeah, I'm Cali King James. It was Cali K Fresh. It was K Sav. It was Phil Fresh and man, Jamal. Like these are people that I really started ground floor with, and then
Where'd you meet these fellows at?
Monta Vista High School.
Monta Vista High School. All right, we're giving another shout out to a high school.
Thank
Monta
God
Vista.
I got kicked out of St. Augustine and went to Monta Vista and met all those great people.
So you guys all met in high school and then linked up and started doing music then?
Absolutely.
All right, so that's kind of cool. Did you guys do any other, did you guys do sports together? How did you guys meet? Like school,
together.
classes? How did you guys originally meet? Just
School,
just-
like this. I came into a group of friends that already existed there.
Oh, because you were the transfer in, right?
I was the transfer in, and I wasn't really familiar with too many people except for a couple kids I knew from the area. And really, it linked up with those guys. I was a pretty malicious kid, so linked up with the almost malicious kids possible.
Are you still that way? Or have you evolved?
No, I have changed.
Very good.
I'm a good boy now.
Very good.
I'm a Pokemon now.
You're a Pokemon now. Who's your favorite Pokemon character?
Snorlax.
All right, there it is.
Shout out Snorlax.
There it is. Shout out to Snorlax. Okay, and so you've got your fan base here, your family. Out of the 8, who is still active, and how did you link up with Dre and Vin?
So where we all recorded was my friend Kemet, Cali K Fresh. His dad had a setup in his basement. We would always record there. We ditched class, was supposed to be in college, and that didn't really work out. But we were developing our craft. We saw something in each other. And Dre started coming around. I had lost contact with Andre throughout high school, and he had knew Kemet through working at Vans. And so we had ended up relinking up in that room. And I was like, hey, I know this guy like really well. And Andre started rapping, and now Dre's dope, and now me and Dre rap together. The rest of us really, we kind of don't, Phil Fresh still get on the track every now and then. Jamal still helps me work on music to this day. K Fresh is, definitely will be involved. He's in the military doing big things.
Okay.
But Andre's who I push with hard.
All right. Well, hey, Andre, shout out to you. We'll have to get to you a little bit later in the show. So you said you recorded. Where all have you recorded here in San Diego?
Outside of K Fresh's basement, Jamal's garage in Spring Valley. We probably did like 400 songs in that garage.
Oh wow! So you got to give a shout out to Jamal's garage. I mean, that's
Lamar.
you got to even give it on the credits. You know, like
Oh.
Hey Studio, Jamal's garage. Shout out to moms for not shutting us down
For
late
real,
at night
for
with
real.
the noise.
You
I'm
have
sure.
no idea.
Yeah.
That woman is a blessing. And then we've been to the Batcave. I've been to Signature Sounds. I've been to Rarefied. And as of late, have made my home the place where we prefer to record and set up and chill.
Your home
Absolutely.
in Spring Valley.
In Spring Valley.
Do you have a name for your home studio?
No, it is a secret location. We don't want
Secret
anybody to even
location.
know where it is.
All
We're
right,
just
turn your GPS off.
chilling. Oh yeah, I ain't tripping. I wish somebody would.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm scared a little bit. I'm scared. All right, where's my protective cat around here? Well, you said you've done 400 songs in that garage alone. How many albums have you released? I guess mixtapes
Man.
and then albums.
0 albums, which is exactly why
0.
I'm here today.
Okay, but I've seen some songs. You have lots of content. Are they from
man,
mixtapes?
They're all from mixtapes.
Okay, how many mixtapes have you released?
5 now.
5 now. And when did you release your first mixtape?
2011.
2011, and your most recent release date was?
2014. We did a compilation in 2015, and I've been trying to figure out what I'm doing kind of ever since. But we definitely recently gained some traction, and we got a little something coming.
Nice. You had 4 straight years of giving out albums, and then now you've taken a little break to regroup, get your mind right, kind of come in. Is it going to be the same style, or is it going to be a different style?
Oh yeah, I think it's a combination of styles. I think anybody who's ever heard my music before knows that you never know what to expect when I do music. I don't know what to expect when I do music. I just really love to do music. So I think people are going to get the same level of content, the same lyricism. I'm just a little more fine-tuned now. I know what I want out of it. I know what I want to do when I go into the studio. We're all a little bit more seasoned at this. And so I think people are going to be able to hear that reflect for one.
You've gotten your 10,000 hours in, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell
Yeah. I mean, it's really not that much. I did the math, and it was like 40 hours a week for 52 weeks for 5 years. You know, people take breaks, you take sick days, but, you know, if you think about your profession, if you've done a profession, whatever that may be, if you've done it for 5 years and you've shown up to work for 40 hours, you know, after 5 years, you basically know that job and you can teach it to someone else.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been on any features for other albums? Like, can we find you on someone else's release?
Absolutely. You can find me on a ton of Dre's music.
Okay.
For sure. Me and Dre worked together a lot recently. He's actually the reason why I've gained this recent traction and been working on an album and videos and stuff like that because he pushes so hard.
Nice.
So he's kind of kept me relevant, to keep it real.
Very cool.
so
Shout out to
Drake
Cat.
Drake
Yeah,
music.
you know what? You gotta push your team sometimes because you know we just need to get that motivation again. Just get that kick in the butt, and your friends will be real with you and tell you, look, I know where you've come from. I know what you can do. Just do it.
Do it.
You know,
Do
just
it.
do it, right? You think of that Nike, like, man, they really ingrained that into us. Like, just do it. You want to put that everywhere. But we'll talk to Drake Hat and Vin later in the show. So why don't we take a quick break? And when we come back, Vinny will be interviewing you. He'll ask you a few more questions and then also start talking to your friends in the back. And then we'll have your live performance.
Dope. I can't
Super
wait.
excited. All right. Well, this is Street Talk with the Swift Gang. I'm Miss Fancy Pants. We got Farg in the back. DJ Roscoe and Vinny Chenzo are somewhere in the building. We're going to switch cameras. It'll be on him. And then, like I said, if you guys want to text us some questions on the live chat, go ahead and do that. Let's see if there's anybody else who's joined the room that I can give a shout out to. Oh, let's see. No one else that I can see. We've got all the same people in the building. Shout out to you guys for keeping it real with us. We've got Callie King James. This is Street Talk. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Street Talk with the Swift Gang.
All right, thank you everyone for tuning in to Street Talk with the Swift Gang here on GoHamRadio.com. My name is Vinny Cenzo, and Miss Fancy Pants is my co-host. We are live right now with Callie King James. He is our special live musical guest artist, and as you heard earlier, Miss Fancy Pants asked him a couple of questions. Now, I have some follow-up questions I want to come up with, because that was awesome. That was awesome. And come to find out, just by listening to that interview,
You know what?
Mr. Callie King.
My first night at the rodeo.
I can tell. I can tell. You have ridden quite a amount of bulls, haven't you?
Be nice.
Well, you said it wasn't your first night at the rodeo.
I have ridden a number of mechanical bulls.
Well, you know, there's only two things that come from Texas. Steers.
Bush 1 and Bush 2.
Steers and more steers.
Steers and more steers.
Steers and more steers. Steers that are not exactly steers, but they pretend to be
nice.
steers.
Be nice.
Okay.
All right. Go.
Anyways, so, like I said, I want to come up with a couple follow-up questions. Okay. Now, he's wearing a Pokemon shirt. I happen to have been an avid Pokemon fan myself. So, given that your favorite is Snorlax, I had to throw my 2 cents in there, and you know, my favorite's Bulbasaur. I really liked Bulbasaur. Something about the vines and being able to whip whoever you want from long distance. That's you know, or attack someone from long distance. It was good. And then he had that thing with when he evolved, where his little flower would light up and just it was just I liked it. But Snorlax, he would just sleep and eat, man. Just sleep and eat. And then if you pissed his ass off, he'd just plop right on top of you.
Blow.
Yup. Do you have a Game Boy?
I had a Game Boy.
Yeah, like the Game Boy Color, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the obsession started.
All right. So you had Pokemon? What? Yellow, blue, red, all of them?
No. So pretty much, I couldn't really afford like all of those. So I had red, and I would trade with friends. Like, I'll let you get this red, you let me get the blue.
Yeah. There you go. Remember how you used to get the cords, and then you would attach one to your Game Boy, and then one to your friend's Game Boy. And then you guys would have your Pokemon and you'd battle against each other.
Yeah.
That was good. That was before you could be able to just get on your Xbox and be like, oh, let me see if Jimmy's on. Jimmy 22467. Oh, there he is. All right, let me
play you
challenge him
from the
for a
house
match.
and never see you.
Never see him. Nope.
It's a whole other world I'm not even familiar with.
It was great. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I probably had a couple times where I beat the game like 3 or 4 different times, but well, what's fun is each color kind of had its own little unique feature. It's kind of like its own little bias. Mm-hmm. So like yellow was towards like the electric Pokemon, blue was towards the water ones, and yeah. Anyways, we won't geek out anymore. Yeah.
I don't mind it.
I know you don't, but if we keep talking, Miss Fancy Pants is going to pass out over here.
Okay, I understand.
So we can't do that. So we've seen a couple of your music videos. Miss Fancy Pants mentioned that we're going to play another one of your music videos going into the break. The quality is absolutely phenomenal.
That's dope.
I love it. It's great. I've seen a lot of music videos from a lot of local artists and guys who, try to put their stuff together. This was not. There's a thing, when it's an amateur video. This was not an amateur video. It was well thought out, well produced, well directed, really, really nice. So I guess my biggest question to you is, who does your videos, and how did you meet this guy? Because I want to know, because I want to film every one of my family videos.
Jamal.
Offense to Christian.
Jamal. Doc Gooden. Jamal Gooden.
Another Grossmont College grad.
Man,
How do you know?
that
I know Jamal. Jamal and I go back a little bit.
All right.
Jamal's
Yes.
the man. Jamal is the man.
Jamal and I, we met at Grossmont. Much like Christian, shout out to Christian, who also does terrific camera work. Okay. Jamal also used to frequent, which I think we talked about earlier, a restaurant that I used to work at. And so I used to see Jamal, once, twice, maybe even 3 times a week. Several times a week. Yeah. Over the course of the time that I worked there. So, especially during football season, because, what better place than that establishment to watch football and get some good food and good drinks. They're not paying me to advertise
To
for
get
them.
lit. But yeah,
So
do go
hey.
to Cali Comfort, because then you get to check out.
Oh, he killed it.
You get to check out the lovely place at Spring Valley. Where I
Sean,
live.
if you'd like to pay me to endorse your restaurant,
Man.
I'd be more than happy to do so. It's really good food. It's one of those few restaurants and one of those few businesses that, as like a talent or as someone who's a public speaker, I would, definitely go out and be like, hey, look, go eat this food, go, because I worked there and I wasn't just drinking the Kool-Aid. I mean, that was some real, that is some real barbecue that they got
That shit
going
is
on over there.
bomb.
And you know, Sean and a lot of his kitchen staff and Gene, who's their pit master, and Tommy, who I think used to work there. I don't think he's there anymore, but those guys all know exactly what they're doing when it comes to their barbecue, and it's phenomenal food. So now that we got the cat out of the bag, Cali Comfort and Spring Valley. Speaking of Spring Valley, you're from Spring Valley, right?
Yes.
I love it. I love it. I didn't grow up too far away from there. You also went to Monte Vista High School. You mentioned you play some sports there. We were talking a little bit off the air about our different sports stories and our different our different battles and different wars that we went through and whatnot. It was a good banter back and forth. So you've been working with Jamal. You've been making all these videos. You said you dropped your first mixtape in 2011?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what do you kind of have coming up maybe in the next couple years? Do you have like a 3-year goal, a 3-year plan? I mean, what are you really working towards? Because I know you mentioned you have a lot of mixtapes. You don't have any albums.
Mm-hmm.
When are we getting an album?
You are getting an album very soon.
How soon? Christmas is coming up. How soon, King Cali James?
60, 90 days.
I can do that.
Right around there.
Yeah.
We're working hard.
I can F with
We're
that.
working hard. My man Justin Truelove is helping me put together something just in a way that I've never really been able to, and so I can't wait. I can't wait.
Okay. All right. So you're excited for it. Without giving it away, what is it that you're really excited about? Can you tease us a little bit? Give us a little taste of what it is that you're so excited about.
I think I have reached maximum comfortability with myself as a person. Maximum comfortability with me just being a stoner and not giving a shit about what anyone thinks about that.
There we go.
Maximum comfortability with my sound and music. I just know what I'm getting ready to put out. Everyone who's ever listened to me is gonna be like, "Oh shit, he's ready." Like, I feel like I'm really ready.
I love it. So you're ready. You're comfortable with yourself.
Has his attitude changed? Has your attitude changed since weed has become legal here in California?
No, I'm smoking it the same. I was smoking it the same last year, the year before that, and that.
All right.
Shout out weed.
So you're on one. You're on one. You're taking your game to a whole new different level. You're comfortable within your own skin.
Mm-hmm.
You're ready to go. You're ready to bust out on the scene. So with that being said, what shows do you have? Do you have any upcoming shows coming up? You mentioned you have a project. Do you have any shows that you plan on trying to be a part of or anything that you want to get involved with?
Absolutely. I got a little something I'm working on November 3rd at the World Beat Center.
Okay. That's in Balboa Park, right?
Hell yeah. Hell
Okay.
yeah. So you guys should definitely come check that out. That's going to be a ton of local artists that we're working with, that I've recently been working with. We're going to get to display everybody and hopefully get a big name out there. But November 3rd is definitely that date. Yeah, it's lit. Stay on top of my Instagram, Cali the Dreamer. You know, we perform for Fora and Currency within the last 2 months, and
All right.
doing a show with this cat, and
Who's this cat?
Dre Cat,
Dre Cat.
the cat.
We can get to Drake. We can get to Drake Cat in just a second, and Vince. And I like Vince already just because we have the same name. So
That's
already, it doesn't matter what he can rob 1,000 banks. I don't care. I like the dude. He got the same name. So. What's the name, or one more time, you mentioned it's November 3rd. What's the name of the actual event that you're going to be participating in?
We haven't named yet.
So it's still something that's kind of in the mix.
The flyer's coming out this week.
Gotcha.
We're really putting this together. We got a final tally on everyone who's going to participate.
So is this going to be a ticketed event, free event?
It is going to be ticketed. It's going to be
Ticketed.
$10 pre-sale, $15 at the door.
At the World Beat Center in Balboa Park.
Absolutely. And if
November
you
3rd.
DM me, I'm going to be cutting deals on tickets the whole time.
Oh, there you go. You without even having to worry about finding a hookup, you just found your own hookup.
Slide in my DMs.
I like it. Slide, and if you have more than just tickets, slide in his DMs. Ladies, are you single? Are you single?
Is he?
Yeah, forever.
Single forever. God bless him. Until he finds that one woman who just absolutely changes his mind. We have live right now Cali King James.
Bangarang. How you doing, baby?
I love it. And we have, this is,
Dre
introduce
Cat.
yourself.
I go by Dre Cat.
Dre
Another
Cat.
rapper from San Diego.
Another rapper from San
Hey,
Diego.
hey.
And then, okay, so he's one of the homies who's been around. He's always there. He doesn't have an official title, but he's the man, the myth, the legend.
Hell
Okay. All right, the behind-the-scenes hype man.
Yup.
Yep.
Okay, the
And
master,
Push a man
man,
the pusher of party.
pushes him to go.
Okay,
man, y'all have
All
no
right.
idea.
the support from above.
All right.
Vince,
Bangarang.
Who do we have now?
bangarang.
Weed roller and security.
Hey.
Wow, I love it. I love it.
Right.
Well, so welcome everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody. I want to get to know about Dre Cat and Vince. Vince, obviously, I know you're a big supporter of your buddies here. And Dre Cat, how did you and Cali King James meet? How did you guys start working together?
So we first met back in high school for a semester at St. Augustine High School.
Okay.
And then he obviously got kicked out. I still stayed. He stayed.
Why you got to bring up old stuff for, man? Man.
And then
Could have just said he left.
we played football together, but
Okay.
after he left, we didn't really talk for a while. And then
Okay.
I started working at Vans, and he was rapping with my manager at Vans, which was Kemet. Shout out Kemet. And he raps by his name Cali K Fresh. One time he was like, Dre, we're gonna smoke a blunt. Went in the car. This dude was in there, and I was like, yo, is that James? Oh, I ain't gonna say his last name, just in case. But I was like, yo, is that Cali King James? And boom, I started watching them rap, and then I wanted to rap too, though.
You're like, I want to be a part of this.
Yeah, it was too
fun,
man.
I gotta find myself in a part of this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now I understand now the connection between you two. Where does Vince play in this whole picture? Did you guys find this dude somewhere on downtown or what? I mean, or
car next to him?
yeah. I mean, well, so now pass the mic over to Vince. We got to get this guy's story. How did he end up in the picture? Are you from Saints too? Are you one of those Saintsmen?
Yeah, I went to Saints. I'll break it down.
Okay, there
I'll
we
break
go.
it down real quick.
There we go.
So, Dre Cat and I's first encounters with Cali King James were in 7th and 8th grade. He was on their football team, and we were on our football team, and we gamed against him for a couple years, and then we met and squashed the beef freshman year at Saints.
There we go. Okay.
Then those years passed, and then when these two started rapping, then I came to support both of them, like, once a Saintsman, always a Saintsman. I don't care what he says.
Right. And you know what? And it's kind of one of those things where every artist, every businessman, every radio host, okay, we all kind of need that support system, those people who really back us up and continue to let us know, hey, what you're doing, it makes a difference. It really is good. We appreciate it. It's not just, we're not just blowing smoke up your booty. Okay. We love what it is, what you do. And you know what? That there's something to say about, because I can't tell you how many people I've run into who will tell you, hey, man, you're good, you're this, you're that, and whatever. And then when it really comes time to actually supporting me, they were nowhere to be found. So there's something to be said about people like you who, you know what, they're there for their friends. They truly mean it when they support somebody, and there's something to be said about that. And so, you know what, I commend you, and you know what, there's a big part of that, and so that's great. Thank you so much for supporting both these guys on, and you know what, being there, because those who can't support.
Do it.
No?
That's
Just
right.
do
I
it.
can't rap.
So
That's
before
right.
we get to our break, I want to get real quick. I want to get 3 random facts about you, Cali King James. What are 3 random facts you'd like to share with our listeners about yourself?
I am random as hell, so that's one fact. Let's see. I originally started out my marijuana ventures by loving sativas. Now I prefer indicas.
All right.
I would also like to say that I used to have a very professional career path, and now I do not. I chase rap full time.
And you feel happier for it, don't you?
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We could save that for our break conversation, because that's good. I like that. Dre, how about you, man? How about any random facts about yourself?
Big random facts.
Random facts. Dang. What's my random fact right now?
Vince, you got something?
So you guys have a car?
Hell off guard.
I compete in golf.
Yes.
That should be pretty random enough.
And you're a scratch golf. Well, you
Scratch
said I could
golfer
call
for
you a
the-
scratch golfer.
You could.
Man, if you think you could take this man's money, I challenge you to challenge this man.
Please try.
Come take your money.
He'll come take your money.
Where
I'll
can
at
they
least
find
attempt
you?
to.
Do you guys have social social networks where they can find you?
Oh, you can find me at Salt Creek Golf Club if you want that.
And
But
he's
if you want that
like-
kind
You
of
want that
action.
fade?
He's
That's
there.
in East Lake, California.
He's there for the early tee off time, and he's there for twilight.
Yes,
You
sir.
will not miss this man. He's out there.
You are now tuned into the movement with Swift Gang here on Street Talk.
This is a GoHamRadio.com exclusive.
Shout out DJ Roscoe on this thing. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that. Roll one. Yeah. Scream fuck the world while I smoke one. Yeah. These fuck niggas get no luck. Fuck that. Roll one. Yeah. Fuck that. Roll one. Yeah. Scream fuck the world while I smoke one. Yeah. These fuck niggas get no love. Yeah. Still top 5 on my own list. Yeah. Still top 5 on your whole list. Yeah. 5-9 on my playlist. Yeah. These 9s loaded, I'm loaded. These 9s loaded, I'm loaded. That 9 fire, you fuck stop all that tall talk. If you 9-5, you probably still fit in the trunk. Half full, half cabs, full melt, fat dabs, red eyes, black lips. Y'all can kiss my black ass. Freshly baked on my bucket, stunting. MOB till I OD. Y'all K a nigga for no reason. If K-Sap say run it, get high as fuck but ain't dunking. I'm that fat nigga your woman be loving. I promised her that I can't promise her nothing. The fact that she fucking on you was disgusting. My heart and I gave it to God and he giving me blessings. I keep fucking off when I pray for forgiveness. Additional mention is to help me straight from these unholy thoughts, and that's you, baby. Yeah, don't trust much, but I smoke a lot. Even if you don't smoke, dog, please, James, stop smoking pot. But, bitch, fuck that, roll one. Yeah, scream fuck the world while I smoke one. Yeah, these fuck niggas get no love. Fuck that, roll one. Yeah, fuck that, roll one. Yeah, scream fuck the world while I smoke one. Yeah. These fuck niggas get no love. Fuck that, roll one. Yeah. Shout out Spring Valley one time. Shout out my sisters watching this thing. Tiana, Brittany, I love y'all. Everybody else watching this thing, I'm gonna turn up for you one time. This new single I got available streaming everywhere. It's called The Petrification. Yeah. Every morning take flight, I'm still high from last night. Only smoking that cure, only dabbing that lie. Baby girl know I'm the man, she said that pussy is mine. She only telling me lies, pussy so good I don't mind. That pussy so good I can cry, that pussy so good when I slut I lose track of the time. Pussy so good I stay out of pappy, if she end up pregnant, pray that baby is mine. Lately I grind, look baby straight in the eyes, tell her pay me no mind. She keeps saying she see us together forever, I'm thinking about telling her baby I'm blind. You ain't that curvy, nor that worthy, got options, ho, I ain't that thirsty, Lord have mercy. I've been writing since Qualcomm, it's called Jack Murphy. Trap jumping like Chad Muskins to my bank account like Chad Hurley. Jack rolled up a half-pound, that joint longer than the Shaq jersey. I've been at the pad, edibles, Henny and Daz. Still got no time to relax. Lean by the box, but still hitting these rappers with tax. Ship you a pint for a rack. The day that I cracked, they told me Trisha had passed. We had just made it some plans. My friend and my cousin got shot in the head. It was bad. I still ain't recovered from that. Your talent is trash. Trade you my talent for cash. Pass me a pen in the pad. Turn on the gas. Transfer my thoughts to my hands. Then watch my pen overdraft. I put that on San Diego. Then I'm coming in hot like I'm S-Dot. I'm fresh off your Xbox. She shaking like dreadlocks. I pull out like a rest stop. Yeah. Every morning take flight. I'm still high from last night. Only smoking that cured. Only dabbing that live. Baby girl know I'm the man. She said that pussy is mine. She always telling me lies. Pussy so good I don't mind. Yeah. That was The Petrification by Cali King James. Get that everywhere streaming. Apple, Google, Spotify. You dig?
Straight fire, y'all. Straight fire.
Street gang in this thing. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Pom, 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 pom.
Well, we'll be right back. King James in the building. We're going to be doing our street talk topic. Outer space aliens.
Are they real or are they fake?
We might take a little break and get to outer space ourselves. We'll be right back. Street talk with Swift Gang.
This has been a GoHamRadio.com exclusive.
You are now tuned into the movement with Swift Gang here on Street Talk.
GoHamRadio.com, the culture's newest hype. Log on, listen, and go ham.
So, aliens. What do you think, James?
They have to be real.
Are they?
They for me and how I live life, I have to believe that all things are possible. Aliens are real.
Have you ever had an alien experience?
No, but I see alien-looking people all the time.
What do you feel an alien looks like? Because I watched Unacknowledged, and they did talk about certain descriptions that they had human-like bodies, were only about 3.5, 4 feet tall.
The Greys.
That
That's
they
the
had.
Greys. There's 3 species
The
that we've
Greys.
come in contact with.
See?
There's the Greys, the lizards, right?
Yeah.
And I can't remember the third one.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Oh
2
my
out of the
goodness.
3 are cool with us, but they're genuinely concerned for the way that we treat one another and the fact that we have nuclear weapons, which is why
I'm
you'll
concerned
see,
too.
Right? Are we on the same page?
He is.
All
He
right,
is
cool.
on the
And
right
please-
track.
and please
He's
jump,
on the right
jump
track.
in if I'm wrong, okay?
Okay.
A lot of the sightings that you see are around all of our nuclear test sites. And what you will see is that they interfere with the testing of nuclear weapons because they are very, very concerned with our use of nuclear weapons against ourselves and fellow man.
So
Now,
they should be probably hovering over Korea, right?
They may be. They may.
Right now.
You know what? North Korea might be saying, you know what? We purposely went over Japan.
Maybe they're
they were-
trying to get in contact with the
maybe-
aliens.
No. Maybe they were aiming for Japan, and the aliens decided to reroute that into the Sea of Japan.
Huh.
Now, the third species that we were talking about earlier, the lizards.
Okay.
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 Apparently, they are the ones that we haven't quite pissed off just enough yet, but they are the more militaristic
Yep.
of the 3 species that we've come into contact with, and that they are the only ones that would threaten us with any type of invasion if we started acting a fool when it comes to intergalactic politics.
Oh my goodness.
This is Star Wars real life,
This
y'all.
is real.
Yes.
This is real.
You know, and I did hear that they were saying things in the FBI files about people getting blinded or their memories erased or something like that. And it reminded me of Men in Black.
I'll let you
And
take this one.
You know what? We've got
I was just staring at that. The
X-Files.
X-Files.
You know, X-Files. Remember those back in the days? Scully. I think they have a movie coming out. Don't they have a movie coming out soon? I believe there's
X-Files.
something coming out. I think so.
Remember when we thought it was all just a joke and now it's actually real?
They've just been prepping us, right?
Yes.
Man, I'm
We've been
scared.
conditioned.
I'm scared.
Yes.
So have you had a contact with an alien from outer space before?
Okay, no. I don't think I've had a personal contact, but I have had, I would say maybe 2 or 3 different times, 2 or 3 different occasions, where I have been looking up into the beautiful sky. Okay.
Ah, the beautiful
Actually,
sky.
one of them was in Joshua Tree, which I actually like to frequent. I go there
All
often.
right.
Okay. And from there, where there is no lights and you can see all the stars, okay, because it's literally out in the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere I've been out
Okay,
there.
no cell phone reception whatsoever.
Every rock looks
nothing.
exactly the same. Don't leave camp.
Yeah, you look up and it's the most spectacular sight in the world because you see all the stars and all the galaxies and everything. And I can tell you on 2 or 3 different occasions, not just at Joshua Tree, once at Joshua Tree, but at 2 other times, where I felt like I looked at an aircraft, what I thought was first a plane because of the flashing lights, but then the way that it was moving was not the way that a plane moves. So maybe I have not been abducted by aliens. I have not been anally probed in any way, shape, or form.
That he's admitting to.
Okay. However, there's
Just
another
saying.
great documentary on Netflix all
Just
about
saying.
that.
That's not what you recommended for this week, right?
No, I didn't.
Good.
I'll recommend that next week.
More
Oh
aliens.
goodness, I might have
More-
to bleep
more
that out
aliens.
too. Oh goodness, more aliens.
More
Good.
editing, more work.
Minnie, quit making my life so difficult. You already know I have a million hats I wear. Jeez, it's all good.
What's one more?
Right? What's one more? Just stack it on top.
You can add it to your resume. I'm sure somebody will eventually hire you. Shout out to all the big companies who need someone who's spectacular and good at their job. Take a look at Miss Fancy Pants. She knows how to produce a show.
Money talks, bullshit walks. We'll just say that. All right.
Show her the quan. Show her the quan. Come on, Jerry.
Oh goodness.
Show her the money.
Oh goodness, he's put me out there. Well,
I want 10%.
goodness. So I watched the video Unacknowledged, and I did learn from Hillary Rodham Clinton that UFOs is no longer the nomenclature that they use. It is now unexplained aerial phenomenon.
So just a new way to try to spin it.
UAP. Instead of UFO, it's now UAP. Unexplained aerial phenomenon. So if you want current information, Google that. UAP.
That's a good name for a rap group.
Phenomenal
Yeah,
with a P.
Just like Jimmy
H.
Kimmel in that clip from the video. I liked UFO better.
Let me ask you, James. Do you know what's up with Marilyn Monroe and her death?
No.
You don't know?
No, please fill me in.
Have you seen this? Have you seen this documentary? Do you have Netflix?
I do have Netflix.
Okay, you got to watch this then. Unacknowledged. Are you going to tell her, or do you want me to tell her? Tell him.
Tell him. So last
about-
week on the Stream This, because every week we do a segment that's called, well, he does a segment that's called Stream This, where he recommends something on Hulu, Netflix, something like that you can stream. Last week he recommended Unacknowledged, which is about an hour and 45-minute show, documentary on unexplained aerial phenomenons and aliens in outer space, and how they've been on here on the States and in the world, and just all of that. And then they tell stories about these hidden documents and certain people's deaths, how we think that they died a certain way, but really they died another way once these files have been uncovered. And one of the deaths that they were referring to in a segment of this movie was Marilyn Monroe. And Vinny, do you want to explain the conspiracy theory under her death?
Yeah, so for many years, it's not just her death, actually.
There are others.
So here's the deal, right? Everyone knows Marilyn Monroe died of an accidental overdose to drugs, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, at least that's the story we've been told, all right? John F. Kennedy and Robert Kennedy were first of all, brothers. One was a president, okay? One was, I believe, the district attorney of the United States. I think that's what he was. He was the district attorney, Robert Kennedy, and they were both assassinated. There's been theories behind why they were both assassinated. Some claim that Kennedy's father did not pay off the mob that they had hired in order to gain the votes that he needed in order to be elected president.
So many things.
Some thought that it was the communists, the Russians had been involved, that Lee Harvey Oswald was a communist, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. So now the documentary, Unacknowledged, specifically describes the incidents and the reason why both Kennedy brothers were not only murdered, but Marilyn Monroe's death. And what it was, as everyone knows, Marilyn Monroe was having an affair with both John Kennedy and Robert Kennedy. And during,
she got style.
And during the pillow talk conversations, when they were doing the nasty, okay, both brothers had confided in her that they were having meetings and conversations with regards to extraterrestrial affairs.
And mind you, this is 1962.
Correct.
So they're doing outer space, NASA, landing on
Kennedy was trying to get on
in
the,
69,
moon,
and all
he was
of
trying
that,
to discover
remember?
all this stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So what had happened was, because everyone found out that she was, running the train on both of those boys, they decided to try to back away from the situation a little bit and basically kind of cut her out. Basically say, hey, look, you know what? Look, we don't want anything more to do with you. Mm-hmm. And naturally, she was upset. And she, wanted to get attention from both of her lovers because she felt some sort of, intimate connection with them. And she felt like she was being ignored, which she was. They were purposely ignoring her. And because they were purposely ignoring her, she had threatened the U.S. District Attorney's Office that she would hold a press conference basically revealing all the pillow talk that she had with both Kennedy brothers, including all the space stuff. Now, if you watch the documentary, it would go on to explain who's behind the projects and the space things and everything going on, but she was systematically eliminated, just like John Kennedy and Robert Kennedy, because of their knowledge and their willingness to expose to the American public the knowledge of the extraterrestrial affairs. And,
Knowledge is power.
And because they didn't want the secrets, these higher beings, they eliminated these people. And what I mean by these higher beings, these aren't necessarily secret societies. You guys really gotta watch the documentary. But basically, they look at the president of the United States as a temporary figure. And because he is a temporary figure, they don't feel the need to have him included in all the information. So there are backdoor projects going on by war profiteers and industrialists
On an as-need-to-know basis.
On an as-need-to-know basis.
And he doesn't need to know.
Right, who are running these different private and research groups and whatever going on, and basically calling the shots for our country, where we here believe that our system and our government and our voting process is actually what operates our government.
Yeah, I think it was 48 billion was dedicated to new defense spending, and it's like
it's no coincidence that $700 billion, I think just recently Congress signed off towards, literally this was like last week or 2 weeks ago. It might be billion, it might be trillion, but it's the 700 number that they just dedicated to a new military fund. And there's no...
They must be using lottery money or something of that grandeur. Oh, goodness. Well, do you have any other comments you want to say about aliens? Any shout-outs to any aliens that might be tuning in?
Since you said you've seen a couple of them.
Shout out K-Saf. Me and him have a deep connection in our knowledge of aliens.
K-Saf, brother from another planet.
Hey. And to all the aliens you have encountered here on Earth, shout out to them, right?
Stay ugly.
There might be some baby aliens running around here someday, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah. A ton of them.
All right. Well, we do have some shout-outs that we'd like to give out. For everyone who has been listening, Vinny, why don't you give a shout-out to all of our listeners who have logged on tonight?
Yes, so we have quite the list tonight.
Okay.
David Anton, as always, one of our P1 listeners. Thank you for listening.
I see you, David. I see you.
Tiana Wilkes, thank you for listening.
Hi,
Marvina
Tiana.
Porcher, thank you for listening.
Who?
Marvina. I feel like I'm totally butchering her
No,
name.
that's definitely right. That is
Marvina?
He's like, oh, no,
Oh,
that
you know.
is definitely
All right, make
right.
sure you give this
That's my
shout-out.
cousin.
Hey, guys, you want to come into the back and give your
Sunny
shout-outs?
Ha. How could you
Sunny.
forget that name, man? Sunny Ha in
Sunny
the building
Ha.
tonight.
Roscoe?
DJ Roscoe has also
Come
been
on
doing.
over.
Good Lord,
on
why
behind
won't my
him.
comments
Behind him.
load up?
All right, well, who else do we have? Who else? Ashante. Hi, Ashante.
Ashante, yes, Ashante
And
has
then,
also listened.
I'd like to give some shout-outs to, you already said David Anton. I'd like to give a shout-out to Sean Felix.
Yes.
Deborah Watson.
Yes.
Ozzy McIntosh.
Yes.
Sarah Stewart.
Yes.
Dick Circuit.
More.
Christian Vega.
Another one.
George Jones.
Yes.
Peggy Payne.
Okay.
And our winner, Helen Birchfield.
I like Helen.
And wait. Was there somebody who knew the answer? Was it Tiana? Tiana, do you know the answer to our riddle? Did I hear that?
If she does,
Tiana, email
email
us.
us.
We'll send you a prize pack, and it's requests@gohamradio.com. Email us your answer and then your address so that I can send you a little prize pack. We got some stickers and some magnets and
John
stuff for you.
Baraka, thank
John
you for
Baraka,
listening.
shout
Brittany
out to
Leanne
you.
from the Bay, thank you so
Bay
much.
Area.
Oh man,
Hey.
Dante, LaShawn, Mallard, yeah, James.
Okay.
Who else we got?
Who else?
Ashante Coleman. We already too much.
You know
love
what?
for
I'd like
her.
to give a shout out to Charisma Jones and the Beat Shop. They have been tuning in with us, and they put us on game for a show coming up. I'll talk about that later on our shows, but I'm going to give you the heads up. The Dad Tour. It's Trinidad James featuring Scotty ATL. It's going to be Thursday, October 12th, 2017, hosted by Problems and Mischief. They're both from the Beat Shop. So it's at La Luz. We'll talk about that later, but just a heads up, shout out to the Beat Shop.
And King James, as soon as you have your live performance, you got to let us know so we can start
Yeah.
plugging that thing to all of our listeners so we can come watch you perform live.
Right?
Yeah, check me out on Instagram, Cali the Dreamer. You can check me out on Twitter, Cali King James. Got a lot of things coming for y'all. Stay tuned.
Any website, any SoundCloud, any Reverb Nation.
SoundCloud, Cali King James. Website coming in about 2 weeks, noturnonstone.com.
No turn on stone.
Holla
I
at
like
me.
that.
Love it.
Clever.
I love it.
All right, you want to pass the mic to these gentlemen behind
Dre
you?
Hell
Cat.
yeah.
Dre Cat.
And we'll have
Give us some love. Vince, whoever,
Vince,
somebody.
Roscoe, someone.
Yo.
Talk.
Yo.
Oh,
You know the
yeah.
thing, you
Vince
know
is
the
at the work.
thing.
Hey.
Special
birthday boy.
shout out. Yeah, in a few days, you know, will be what? I'll keep it in secret. Yeah. But as you see the shirt I'm rocking tonight,
Trouble.
will be the 1st of October. There you go.
Coke and
Special-
cheeseburgers for his birthday.
You guys have
Yep.
right?
Hell yeah.
Yep. Let me say a special shout out for all the person who joined with me today live. Really appreciate those return viewers, new viewers. Really appreciate those who send the link to their family and friends. Always appreciate it. Massive shout out to our special guest tonight, Carly King James. Yep. As you see the performance, epic. Really appreciate it. Look out for the recaps on gohamradio.com. All right. Until next week.
Stay blessed.
Ben, you want to say anything?
Shout out John B and Sunny Ha. Thank you for tuning in.
And shout out y'all, Cali King James, No Turn on Stoned. We out here.
Far, you got anything for us?
Hey, he got
Far's
two.
got 2 mics. He's double fisting
Right.
over there.
Hey.
2 mics, 1 cup.
Thank you to these gentlemen for coming out this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure to hang out with you guys. I don't have much else to add. It's been a lovely evening. It's been the end of a trying week, but that's why we're here. That's why we're here right now. So have a good night all. Thank you.
Well, we thank you, Farg, for taking care of us throughout our whole game. DJ Roscoe for pumping the music. Miss Fancy Pants, our co-host. King Cali James. Dre Cat and Vince, our special guests this evening. I'm Vinny Cenzo. Thank you all for listening to Street Talk with the Swift Gang live on Go Ham Radio. That was episode 5. We're going to have episode 6 next week, 10 p.m. to midnight every Friday night. And make sure you tune in to DJ Roscoe, jamming with DJ Roscoe live from 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. every Friday night. Thank you all.
Yep.
Have a blessed evening, a safe weekend, and we'll see you guys all next time.
Yep. Next week, we got Street Talk. Our topic will be buying a car or leasing a car. Getting a new car in general, new or used. All those questions, right? So stay tuned for next week, and then our guest will be, our guest will be Black Girl Magic Mini Market. It'll be DJ Almond Eyes, DJ Lace, and author Ashley Nicole. So all 3 of those ladies will be joining us next week. And yeah, so that'll be Street Talk for episode 6. Make sure you tune in, tell everybody you know, and make sure you go ham.
Street Talk with the Swift Gang, right here on GoHamRadio.com.
Giving opportunity, hope, and mentorship. GoHamRadio.com.